We got to get this in here, Knicks NBA medals. The King delivered an MVP-worthy performance last night against the Warriors. Triple-double in the win for LeBron, but just missed out on a medal. Nick, who we got, though, today?
Bronze medalist goes to a Brooklyn Net. Kyrie Irving, 34 points on just 18 shots, and a great defensive play at the end of the game, even though I think it was miscalled by the officials. The Nets probably were going to win either way. Kyrie was excellent. Silver medalist, the Joker, Nikola Jokic, 32, 14, 5, and 4 blocks for the Joker in a win over the Pacers. And then a gold medalist, Giannis, a man who says, why am I ineligible for MVP, fellas? 31, 15, 10, and 3. I think it's his third straight triple-double. Giannis and the Bucks rolling right now. So there it is.
No James Harden.
Jenna, no, Brandon, he was 6 for 15 with 7 turnovers. No,
7
no James
turnovers,
Harden. He did
Brandon.
not make
Even
the
I
medal
say he
stand.
could not
15
have won it
rebounds,
last night.
15
He's 6
assists.
for 15.
Wilds, who just missed the cut?
Oh, Kyle Kuzma shooting a technical free throw.
Oh.
Air
the
balls,
worst
and the
free throw.
Warriors have a ball. Ha 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 ha! We're getting blown out by 31, and we're wasting the prime of Steph Curry's career. Steph Curry's going to demand a trade, or at least he should. Oh, it's a laughing stock. I should leave the
Steph's
team.
laughing too.
All right, we're going to head to Kansas City. The Chiefs started to piece together a new O-line yesterday, something they could have used in the Super Bowl. Just saying.
Right.
Chiefs signed former Patriots guard Joe Thuney to a monster 5-year, $80 million deal. And look, it's no secret. They're trying to protect their biggest asset, and that's Patrick Mahomes, who tweeted some smiley emojis after the news. Nick, you love or hate the Thuney signing for the Chiefs?
I certainly don't hate it, but I'd be lying if I said I loved it. Brandon, I want to talk to you about this because you said it was of the players who changed teams yesterday. This was the one that jumped off the page to you the most, and it jumped off the page to me as well. But here are my concerns, listed in order. The first one is there is a long list of guys who played offensive line for the Patriots at a super high level.
Yep.
The Patriots opted not to re-sign. They went somewhere else, and they never reclaimed that level of play. Now, Logan Mankins stayed a great player, but Nate Solder didn't.
Trent Brown, Nate
Trent
Soldier.
Brown didn't.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly right. So we were thinking of the same guys. Now, I know those guys were tackles, and this guy is a guard. The other aspect that I would have is, you mentioned it earlier. The Chiefs are essentially trying to remake their entire offensive line. Their center's gone. Both of their tackles got injured during the season and are probably not going to play again, and so they released them. To spend this much money on one spot, and it's not a tackle spot, it's a guard spot, concerns me. So I think he's an excellent player. I think that the fact that he's never missed a game is super important to me, but it's the left guard spot, which isn't one of the most important spot on the offensive line.
Right.
And it's a ton of money for a team that doesn't have a ton of money. So that's why I'm a little ambivalent on it.
Yeah.
Did you share those concerns?
But well, first, to me it's not the sexiest, but it's the most important signing because you got the face not only of the Kansas City Chiefs, but the NFL and Patrick Mahomes, worth $500 million, and he has no offensive line. Like you just said, they let go of their tackles. They had 5 guys share 100 snaps at the guard position. So it's important because it doesn't matter if you have Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, you go Speedy. You got so many other guys on that offensive line. You got even Coach Andy Reid. Those guys don't matter if you can't protect your quarterback and he's not standing upright. 2 seconds within, the snap of the ball. Like, that guy has to have a clear pocket. And we saw that in the Super Bowl. They were exposed. So they have to make a move. Now, this is just the start of it. This is a deep draft when it comes to offensive linemen, so they can clean up there. But it comes down to scheme, to your point, Nick. Like, I know when we were with Josh McDaniels, his point of emphasis was actually the center and the guards was the most important pieces on the offensive line because he could scheme up chipping the edge and making sure guys are in position and doing different things, bringing the tight end in, what you see Gronk do this year, game after game after game. So you can scheme up the tackle positions. A lot of people say, yes, the left tackle most important. Right tackle because you got a right-hand quarterback and you got to protect his vision. So it depends on how they're planning on scheming this offensive line up because they have to. They're not going to have just a foundation up there where he's going to have all types of time to throw. He's going to have to make plays on his feet, continue to do that. He's done that for a long time, Wilds. But at the end of the day, Andy Reid now has to be a freaking beast and a monster scheming up protections.
So, Brandon, here's the thing. And you've been the first person on the Russell Wilson is upset breaking news. You put on your little journalism hat, it says news on the side. But Nick, do you know how many other franchises, fans, or analysts would be overjoyed if they saw their franchise quarterback tweet out 3 happy face emojis? A Seattle fan, imagine the Seattle would go, they have a parade if Russell Wilson tweeted this. If Aaron Rodgers tweeted this, people would lose their minds. God, who knows what would happen if Deshaun Watson tweeted this and it involved the Texans and not the Dolphins. So I think the fact that Mahomes is happy means you should be happy. Like, I know he's a guard, but he's super versatile. Like, he also played center for the Patriots. He's a great guy and also brings a championship pedigree to you guys. He's got 2 rings. You guys only have 1. You can learn from some of that Patriots mystique. So I think that you should be more happy and less worried.
Chiefs franchise has 2 rings, by the way. Super Bowl 4 erasure I will not stand for, so I don't understand what you're talking about. Second of all, this. This is what, Brandon, would make me overjoyed. Because they do have, because they restructured Chris Jones and Travis Kelce and Mahomes, they do, and Thuney's first year cap hit's only $5 million because how they structured this. They still have money. If they get a left tackle to go along with him, and I've got one in mind, if the plan is we're going to use our first-round pick on a right tackle, we've got the Dr. Duvernay-Tardif coming back from the COVID opt-out because he opted out to go help people who are dealing with COVID at right guard. We'll see about center. Left guard, Thuney. And then what if I told you there was a man with the nickname Silverback, who the only thing he's missing from his Hall of Fame resume is a Super Bowl ring, who tried to go get it in San Francisco and it didn't work out, and who's still sitting there unsigned in Trent Williams? What about Trent Williams and Joe Thuney? All of a sudden, you have 2 all-pros on the left side of your offensive line. You'll never have to slide protection. You'll never have to double team there. And then you can figure out the right side. Like, that is, to me, there's another piece that needs to happen for me to share those Mahomes emojis that Wilds pointed out, Brandon.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.